There we go.
We know where we left off last time.
We were. I'm excited today because I feel much more attentive. Hold on.
We were in Tree TS.
We were Tree TS.
Yeah, it's also open up there.
Okay. Now I remember typing quotes and I was putting something in the quotes. I was changing
so line 172. Before we just had the console log remove, and now we have to create.
Because we checked it,
exactly,
and it was just, it would just say remove.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, on line 173, actually have us do something a little bit different than what I said we were going to do originally. So on 173, type const mutation.
Okay. New line.
Yeah, do it above the one you're currently at.
Space mutation.
Yeah, and then do colon. We're going to type it with the type I remove tree mutation.
Wait.
Yes.
Capital.
Yeah, you want a space between them. I mean, you don't need a space, so it looks nicer.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I remove tree mutation, and it doesn't look like it exists yet. So,
it does?
Correct. So control click on remove tree, or sorry, command click on remove tree, 174. Mutation names dot remove tree.
Okay. Command click.
Yeah. Do it on remove tree though.
It's not working.
Really?
I
feel like we've been doing that this whole time. Let's see.
What the heck?
Oh. That's weird. Save the file. Is there like a button
What
click
did I
down
do?
or something?
Right click?
Fudge.
Oh,
close
Should I
VS
just
Code.
save it
Yeah,
and close
close VS Code and start again.
Yeah. Applications. Okay.
Yeah,
No, you show what we're gonna do.
I was gonna do
Search.
How do you do the thing where you show all programs?
It's 3, I think.
Three
Or
up.
maybe, well, no. This one.
Yeah. That, how do you do that?
It's this button right here.
Okay, but there's a way to do it
with the thing. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's
you
a triple.
Swipe in from the outside.
Ah.
I can't do it anymore. There we go.
My
There you go.
recent.
Set the right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now.
Yeah. So command click on remove tree. I don't know what we did last time. Yeah, just hit deny any connection, I think.
There we go. Okay.
All right. Control F or Command F for
Command F.
remove tree.
Right here.
You could go to the next one.
Okay. Like enter? Or no. Okay.
Yeah. Hit enter up there.
It's right here.
Oh, that's so weird.
It's just these two.
Didn't we create a mutation? Oh, this is store mutation names. Go to store TS. Search for remove tree. Yeah.
Okay. This guy. Now what?
All right, there we go. So so our remove tree, it takes 2 arguments. One is state, and the type of state is iState, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's colon iState, and then it takes an object of arguments where the type is I remove tree coordinate mutation args.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we actually don't want our type to be remove tree coordinate mutation args. That is for this one down here. We just copied and pasted.
Mm-hmm.
We want this to be I remove tree args or mutation args. All right, and we're gonna have to create that interface.
Mm-hmm.
So, command click on this interface, the I move tree coordinate.
Mm-hmm. Now I understand why we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy, but.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. There we go. We just got to rename
this guy.
Yeah. We just never named it correctly.
That's nice.
All right. So yeah, save that file.
Command save. Command
Yeah.
S.
Yeah, and save store TS as well, and then we can go back to tree TS. Yeah, but we're gonna have to import this. So
Okay.
the way that is done is by clicking. Go back to store TS. Click on args.
Command. Click here.
Just click.
This.
And backspace G and S. Alright, then type G. Then type, there you go.
Oh. Now click this right under here.
Alright, so yeah, now save this file and go to tree TS and do the same thing with importing the interface. Just type like
Where?
AR. After I remove tree mutation, type AR.
Ag remove tree. Where?
172. 173, I mean.
Okay. Yeah. Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, what does this exactly do?
That's the one plugin we installed that auto imports any functions or types we declared in a different file into this file.
Okay.
So you click on that, then scroll up to the top of the file. Look for the green lines.
Yeah.
No, it should be green on the left somewhere. Did it not import? There's scroll up all the way.
Right here.
There we go. Yeah, it added on line 1.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, go back down to the remove function.
Oh, and does what this imported it to what?
It imported this type from this file,
Okay.
meaning we can use it in our current file.
Okay.
All right, so now,
What's up with this guy?
yeah, it's because we haven't declared it.
Okay.
So say after the type, after args, say equals, and then what properties does this type take? Does I remove tree mutation args take?
Data and no.
That's our
That's
our
our-
primary mutation story.
Okay.
This is for a secondary mutation story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it would be parent ID.
All you need to do is
Those three?
command click on the type, and you can see what it's expecting. There you go. Yeah, you can just hover. So we just need a tree ID.
Okay.
So
Okay.
type open curly bracket.
Now the other 2 are parent ID, I think, and no. What are the other 3? There's tree ID is one of them, right?
Yes, but not in this context. The specific
Okay.
object we're
Okay.
creating
Yeah.
only takes tree
Only
ID.
takes tree ID.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Because the mutation we wrote in store TS,
Yeah.
it only takes tree ID.
Yeah. This.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Right. So state is
this.
implicitly passed in through the rest of our system.
Okay.
All we need to pass in is tree ID.
Okay. That's right here. We
Yeah.
What you just explained to me 2 seconds ago
Exactly.
is that right
Yes.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So type equals open bracket, bracket, squiggle bracket.
Sorry.
And then enter. And then tree ID, colon. And then we somehow get the tree ID from this file that we're in right now. So
Somehow we get the tree ID of this file, or
let's scroll around a bit. Somewhere we have access to the tree ID. All right, so this whole file is something called a template or a component, a Vue.js component, and inside of it, so we can refer to this object we're creating as this. I don't expect you to understand what that means yet, but essentially it means we will have access to the following properties under the this.props object. So tree has an ID, it also has a parent ID, it also has a content ID and other stuff. We just want the ID of the tree. And the way we access that is by typing this.props.id. Yeah, ID.
This one?
Yeah, no, yeah, lowercase ID.
Okay.
There you go. No, but you just imported something.
Oh,
as well.
sorry.
Yeah, we don't need this.
Okay.
All right. So we are at. So this should work. I don't expect you to understand what the word "this" means. So now we want to. So the commit method,
Mm-hmm.
you can Apple hover over it. Or,
Okay. Command
or I
hover.
guess command click
Yeah.
to show. And it essentially tells you the definition of the interface of the commit method. And what it says is that the first argument is going to be a string.
Mm-hmm.
The second argument is going to be something called the payload, which is
Okay.
of type any, meaning it can be any object.
Uh-huh.
We specifically defined our payload object to be of type I-remove tree mutation args.
Okay.
So we want to type mutation right there as the second argument. That's our payload. And it's going to be lowercase mutation. It's the, it's the object we defined on line 173.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Do I want to hit enter right here or no?
Nah.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, hit save. Now let's test that on the browser.
Branches.
So this is only on your local machine. It's going to be localhost.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need that.
And we got to boot it up in your terminal by typing, I'll see if you remember.
I don't. Wait, do I just type this? Or no?
Well, first you got to get in the right directory.
Okay, so I do. Shoot. Is it the. If it was the one, which I forget.
Remember how to
Is it-
change directories?
Mm-mm. I know you just
CD.
type in
Yeah,
CD.
and then I'm not sure where you saved. Well, you got to type CD and then the name of the directory.
Oh, yeah. No, remember development, we had it in.
Yeah. You can hit tab. It'll autocomplete.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hit. No. Just hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm in there now, right?
Right. So now you got to CD into the branches front end project.
Okay. What? How do I view everything that's in this
LS
directory? Because that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would just, if I want to do that, I just hit CD branches.
Yeah. You can just do CD B tab, CD space B tab. Yeah.
Nice.
Matter. All right. So yeah, if you're LS, you would see the same directory structure you've been seeing inside of Visual Studio Code.
Uh-huh.
So day one, I told you about something called a package JSON file.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really expect you to remember it, but go back to Visual Studio. Command P for package JSON.
Sorry. Package JSON?
Yeah, there you go. Hit enter. So we have something called scripts.
Mm-hmm.
You want to type. You can run these scripts, which do commands for you, by typing npm run and then the script name in your console.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Names of the scripts are here. So you want to do npm run dev.
Okay.
What is that? Oh.
Now where's run dev? Right here? Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah,
Dev.
line 8.
Yeah.
And then while you're at it, actually, delete lines 9 through 10. Those are no longer used. All right, yeah, hit save.
I hit enter here.
Yeah, hit allow.
There's error.
Okay, so you have to boot up a program called Docker.
Yes.
So
I remember.
Yeah. All right, now you should be good. Yeah, just good. So yeah, try npm run dev again.
Okay.
You can just hit up in your terminal, and it'll go to your previous command.
Up.
Or
Up.
yeah, just up once.
Up.
Yeah.
Bam. Still again.
All right, Google how to. Oh, Docker's running. Here it is. Try again.
There we go.
It must have just been booting up. So.
Yeah.
Alright, so this should take a minute or two to build,
Okay.
like we experienced last time.
Yeah.
So while we're at it, we can preemptively assume we're going to have bugs in the mutation we just created.
Mm-hmm.
So we can add some like console log statements inside of,
To check for bugs.
yeah, just like print out information. So go to store.ts and go to the remove tree mutation, which we have here, and just put a line in there between 578 and 579 that says like console.log. Then log, like LG.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Parentheses, quotes, remove tree mutation called. And then outside of the quotes, but inside of the parentheses,
Mhm.
do a comma. And then just type tree ID. So this will print out a message with that string, remove tree mutation called, and then next it'll print out the tree ID.
Mm.
Alright, so yeah, let's save that.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, really the only bugs that could happen are if the rest of the system's broken, like the whole global data store add mutation kind of chain that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But that's well tested, so that's going to break down.
Yeah.
And then only other bug I could think of is if our mutation on line 582 through 588, if for some reason we have one of those properties incorrect,
Mm-hmm.
and they look all correct to me. So yeah, let's go back to the browser, see if it's loaded yet. It's still
Browser,
loading.
browser. Looks really cool when it's up there.
Yeah. We can add some stuff in branches while we're
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
TypeScript or
Yeah.
whatever you want.
I got him to log into Facebook and stuff, so like he logged in and
Oh, that's right.
clicked around. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'll be doing like startup school. It's every Tuesday. They
Yeah.
have a lecture, and then they have stuff that we can. Basically, they have things like you need to get metrics and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I told Pablo gave me the idea, but I did the application and everything.
Yeah.
So I said he could have my login and stuff. I don't know if he'll have time to do it, but I'm gonna do it for branches.
Yeah, do that.
But I think it would be under the 500 firms name. But I'm like, even if we get it, I'll be like, well, the name doesn't matter. What matters is what we're actually working on. So,
Right.
yeah. It's actually really good stuff though. Okay. We were gonna add stuff to. Now, we should create a branches for what we're doing.
Yeah.
Still running. So what we could do is, we made one. We made branches development somewhere. But what we could do is it under documentation? Yeah, developing.
Yeah. Yeah. Developing branches.
I'm really sorry. I was trying to reorganize this, and not all of the children were loaded.
Yeah.
So I just
Well, it's
mixed
really
it
fun
all
the code.
up.
We should have the code.
Okay.
Move the children even if they aren't loaded.
Okay. Well, we'll fix it, but I'll reorganize that at some point. Where is okay? Oh, there's even more. I'm just gonna make it far out. Another cool feature would be you know how you can when you go like this and it highlights everything. You know what I'm saying down here.
Yeah.
If you could do that and then move them,
Right.
that'd be so cool.
It is possible for framework we're using. I ran into some bugs. We're trying to do that though.
Oh. But I think at this point we just try to get people to use what we have.
Yeah.
You know? Damn it, dude. It just gets worse and worse.
Yeah.
This is the only one I want. Here, I'll go like this. Okay. Developing. Setup. And then I could do this later, but we could, as we make videos, what we could do is we'll have a framework developing on branches, and then we go delete feature.
Yeah.
And then we have the 3 delete feature videos, you know?
Right. Yes, to me, it's going to be
Good.
cool in the later version of the branches. Because under delete feature, you're going to learn a lot about like our mutation system, our subscription system.
Okay.
But let's say 5 tutorials later, we have something called like, I don't know, the edit feature. It's going to be accessing those same nodes, the same like mutation system nodes.
And we could just draw back. We could just
Yeah,
draw
it'll
one
be
connecting.
It'll just like connect or something. Yeah.
Okay, so category, I'm just going to do.
Localhost is probably loaded by now.
Yeah, okay. Well, let me set myself a reminder. Okay.
Error.
Good. Where?
All right, there we go. So line 58 in store TS.
I think, is this not a problem? Because I think it was there last time.
Nah, we have warnings. We don't have any errors.
Okay.
It won't compile with errors. So yeah, go to 58 on store TS.
Wait. Which number?
Line 58.
Okay.
Drag, remove tree coordinate mutation.
How did you know it was line 58?
It says that on the first red line at the end.
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just delete everything that's underlined in red on line 58 at the end.
Okay.
That's because we copied and pasted something, changed the name, and it didn't actually exist. All right. Yeah. So just delete that. Let's save.
94? Or no?
94 was the character number on line 58.
Ah,
So,
okay.
yeah.
I see. Okay. Okay.
All right. So yeah, we're good now.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, those are all warnings. That's fine.
Okay.
So yeah, we can go back to yeah. Don't hit that. That'll
Oops.
yeah. That'll make us spend another 10 minutes on the server. All right. Go to the browser and then let's test it out. Browser. All right, let's test out
Now,
under RJ.
yes, you're right. We don't want to delete everything.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Nothing's
It's not
happening.
doing anything. All right. So
How do we go? How do we find this down
yeah,
here?
Command Option J.
What does the J stand for?
I'm not sure really.
Uh-oh.
Under property ID if undefined. All right. So the props object is clearly not working. So all right, go to tree TS and VS Code.
Yeah. Does it say anything? Is that why you said this? Because of this right here? Or just because you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh.
Go back.
Yeah, go back there. Mouse over to this keyword on line 167.
Okay.
All right. So sometimes it'll show the values of it. It didn't.
Oh wait, mouse over.
It's not doing what I wanted.
Okay.
Go back to tree TS. All right. Scroll down. Okay, so scroll up a little more. Obviously there.
Where are you looking?
I'm just trying to figure out how to access the tree. And if it looks like we have other properties like content ID. Look at line 229.
Okay.
The way we access that is just through this.content ID, not this.props.content ID. Oh yeah. Look at 247. We just access tree ID by typing this.id instead of this.props.id.
Where did we type this .props ID?
We did the remove method. So scroll
Okay.
up. Yeah, exactly. So we want to change this.props ID to
Just this .id?
Yeah. And then we'll figure out the reason for that in a minute.
Okay.
Yes, let's save.
Okay, saved.
Yeah. All right, I'll let you test it out.
For some reason, when I access this at home, the icons were different.
Yeah, it's maybe you mean on a different computer? Is it different for Mac and Windows?
Okay. I thought it was on my computer, but maybe it was on my mom's phone.
Yeah, let's delete that one. All right, let's go with the terminal.
Command terminal.
Yeah. True location. All right. It very well could be removed in the database,
Mm-hmm.
but just not on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It might be removed in the local state and the database, but not on the screen. So let's refresh the page. Yeah, let's check this here. Yeah.
Did I delete 2 or 1?
I thought you deleted 1, but I guess 2's gone. So
What the?
wait, let's test that out. But yeah, I add something called like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
All right. All right, yeah, let's delete that and refresh.
Moment of truth. Come on. What? It deleted 1?
Hold on. That is crazy.
Rutro Raggy.
Wow.
Well, let's see what happens when I do 3. All right, we'll go 1. We'll do 4.
Real quick, can we drag this closer to the center of your screen? So you have
Yeah.
time to refresh.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so weird.
We don't have to go all the way over. I don't even know what CAT means. Okay.
Let's refresh. Do Command Shift J first. Or Option Shift J. Option Command J. Alright, scroll down in the console.
I remember where we were looking at the actual database with the IDs and stuff. Okay, we'll refresh
So
this,
let's
baby.
make it so that when you click on a node, when a node opens.
It deleted everything but 4.
Oh. That's okay.
So it seems like that is easily fixable?
Yeah. Nice catch.
Well, let's see if we do. Let's do one more test. So I'm going to. Okay, this is how they were created. So I'm going to do this. And we'll see. We'll try to delete 4 and see what happens. Maybe it deletes like. No, it's this.
One cut ranger 0C88C1B is not a number. 12B is a number. It's in that. Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uncut error.
Yeah.
Now the members are.
C is 0C88 is totally in there.
Maybe because the 4 got deleted in the database, and it's not there anymore, and I'm trying to delete it again, and all the other ones that that disappeared, they're still there, but does that make any sense or no?
Maybe it's possible.
Oh, every time I do something, it's
Yeah.
gonna change. The camera shut off.
We can.
All right,
Okay, so while
Well,
we're
let's-
at it,
go ahead.
let's go to
Is it okay to refresh?
yeah. Mouse over some node that's already loaded.
Okay. Here.
Yeah. Why were those messages showing up before, but now they're not showing up?
Maybe I need to scroll down.
Yeah, scroll down on your.
I'm scrolling down here. I'm scrolling on the
It's
thing.
weird. I thought every time you mouse over a node that was already loaded. Shit.
Okay, that's what happens when I try to delete 4. And then,
Now what happens if you try to delete 5 or something?
okay, let me refresh and see if anything happens. No, nothing happens when I try to delete 4. Maybe because it's already deleted, and that's why it's saying
Yeah.
the error.
Yeah.
And then if we go to try to delete 1, I think what's going to happen is
Should be fine.
they're all going to disappear, and 1 is
Exactly.
going to remain, but it got deleted from the database for some reason. Okay, so see, and it's here, and it's probably 0E19 is probably,
that's probably 1.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's going to delete in the database 1, and it's going to hide all the other ones.
Yeah.
What the fooge. But how does it exist here and it's deleted in the database?
No, I think it exists in the database. It has to.
Because if I try to delete it, okay, but wherever this is, it doesn't exist here anymore.
Yeah.
You know, error caught is not a member. The members are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
see that's
go-
weird right there
It must be.
because they're the same one.
Yeah. Click on that file. Mutable subscribable string set. Yes, it should bring it up in the browser.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is cool is
Delete this stuff updates. .val. Okay. Number is false. Alright, so what's happening is our subscriber object, our database syncer object, what it does is after prototype.remove gets called, it's getting called inside of another function.
Mm-hmm.
So that other function calls .remove, and then it publishes this entire this.updates object
Mm-hmm.
to something called a subscriber.
Mm-hmm.
This.updates.val gets sent equal to an empty object.
Mm-hmm.
So the value now does not contain any of the other nodes. It contains nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And then we add one property into the object called the member, the specific ID we're removing, and we set that one equal to false.
Mm-hmm.
Now what false does is it will let the data be downloaded, but it won't let it be rendered. That's how we have false set up in the application.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what's happening is the way we set this up, we're removing all the members, and then like you said, we're adding another member in there, but setting it with false so that it can't be rendered.
Okay.
So what we need to do is set this.updates.val equal to this.set.
Right here?
Yeah. But if you
Inside?
I don't know if we can edit it from your browser.
Oh, derp.
There is a way to set that up, but let's just use Visual Studio Code for now. You'd have to Apple Shift, Shift F, not Shift B.
Sorry.
It's gonna be
It's in tree.
It's gonna be Command Shift F to do a global search.
Command Shift F.
Yeah,
Global
it's gonna show up in
search.
multiple files. Hit enter. Yeah, mutable subscribable string set is what we want.
Here.
Yeah.
Nice. Right here.
Yeah. So look at how we did add. In add.
What line?
We, 56. Rather
Okay.
than just saying this.updates.val is equal to an empty set and then adding member into there, member equal to true, we first say this.updates.val. We essentially have it contain the whole set.
Mm-hmm.
So line 56, clone deep, that essentially creates a clone of this set. and it sets that equal to the variable called val part of updates.
Mm-hmm.
So what we should do is all we have to do is on line 67 set this dot updates of val equal to this dot set.
In between here?
It actually did remove the brackets. Just say this dot set.
Okay.
You will understand why you shouldn't do the brackets after you do some JavaScript some more.
This dot set.
And then just comment out line 68.
Wait. Yep.
Alright. Yeah, save this file.
Okay. Should we try to run it again?
Yeah.
Should I just try to delete this or should I make some more? Just a test. I'll keep going. 6. All right. The moment of truth.
Interesting. I threw another error. Go to console.
Here or here? This. Wait.
It's by sources.
Oh,
Yeah.
console.
What is going on here?
Oh, because maybe we already deleted it. Let me try one of these. 6.
Nice call. So what's happening is inside of the database, remember how we have val and then bracket and then the name of each ID and then true next to each of them. What's happening is the ones that still have false next to them are getting downloaded.
Okay.
That's why one is still downloaded, but that it errors out in our app.
Mm-hmm.
That won't ever happen.
That's just the one that basically creates the picture, or no?
I explained it poorly to you before.
We don't have to go. We don't have to go deep into it.
The error won't ever happen again.
Mm-hmm. So,
but just let it be known that if someone were to ever go to that specific item on your retrieve, they'd get an error trying to delete it, but it won't happen for anything else.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a relic of the past.
Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna reload it. See what happens. We deleted 6. Yay!
So now we need to make a delete in real time.
Okay.
And we just have to get it to basically refresh and get you back to the same place, or just so it just disappears.
It should just disappear.
Mhm.
And all right, so now you're going to learn about how the UI works a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So we have two parts of the UI. And when you're reviewing the video, it might be good to make flashcards for this.
Okay.
We have the Vue.js templates, which are HTML,
Okay.
and then we have something called
So wait, I should make the flashcards for everything you're about to say.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we have something called Sigma.js.
Here, why don't you draw it on the board?
Yeah. Or I can, while I'm talking, I'll make some flashcards for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Save some time. Did my battery die?
Uh-oh.
I think my battery died. Oh no, it just shut off. I thought it was inactive. It's this one, I think. Well, yeah.
Yep.
It goes out even farther. There you go.
Some space. All right. Bye. Okay, so first question is, what are the two parts of the UI? One, we have the Vue.js HTML templates, HTML/TypeScript templates. And two, we have the map. And that's done with something called Sigma.js. So, case study. How to remove nodes from the map in real time. And we're going to put that under the Sigma.js map section of the UI. Okay, so let's go to the code base. Oh. Where is branches? Have I never used branches on this computer before?
It's the first time for everything.
I haven't in this IDE on this computer. All right. So we want to. Are we not recording anymore?
No, I'm recording here.
Okay. All right. So let's do it.
Oh,
let's do
well.
it in your browser then.
Well, no. You, yeah, you go. No, let's do that. You do it on yours. No, I like that.
Isn't there like a program I can install to do this without an HDMI cable?
I think so. And then you could just connect.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you did it.
Browse to the address above.
Ah. Well, if you're at OSU, now you know how to do this. See? They're going to learn more than developers.
Get the app and join. Thank you, fast Wi-Fi speeds.
What did you click on that thing
Click
to
this.
do that? On this thing.
Oh, I just hit that button.
The which one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Immersive
hurricane
sources.
button.
Yeah, the hurricane
What
button.
does it say?
What's my name? Elvis.
Immersive Justice Pod?
Enter the key on screen. 9020. This is some knowledge right here.
Seriously.
There we go. There we go.
Because we're gonna learn a lot. Like we're gonna learn a lot of stuff while we're doing
Look
this.
at that. They think my name is Elvis. Those fools.
Why is that? Like, is that a name that you put on there? And you,
Yeah.
that's funny.
All right. So we have something called. We have a lot of things called syncers in our code base, and if you've seen other quality code bases before, you realize that ours is kind of unnecessarily complicated. And there's simpler ways to do this, but it's already written, so we're keeping it. So we have something called somewhere we have a way that syncs the map UI, the Sigma.js UI, with the state of our code. So RJ, in his mutation, he modified the state of our code, but the UI is not updating. The node's not being deleted. So while we're at it, I'm going to boot up a local instance of branches on my computer by typing npm run dev. Again, you can see the scripts you can run under npm under package JSON. So go to dev. Essentially what happens is npm reads the word you type, the script you type, and then copies and pastes this into your terminal essentially and runs this command for you. Alright, this is going to take a minute to load, but somewhere in our code base we have something that syncs the state with the UI every time the state is updated. And I wonder if it's UI syncer. Aha. So we have something called Canvas UI. And what do you know? Inside of it, we have an object called Sigma Nodes Updater. Whenever Canvas UI receives an update from our global data store, it handles that update with a method. Now, what does that mean? That's all abstract right now. what it means is it calls a function inside of a class we have called Sigma Nodes Updater. There goes Sigma Nodes Updater. Look at the handle update method. And we have a lot of logic here.
Illogic? Is that what you said?
We have a lot of logic.
A lot of logic. Okay.
Yeah. So essentially what we do is we see this update. This update is a message. And it contains at least 3 properties. It contains a property called type, it contains a property called ID, it contains a property called val, which stands for value. And then it looks at the ID of that update, finds the right Sigma ID. Sigma ID, every little node on this map, it has an ID called Sigma ID. Usually, that ID, oh, we lost it. That ID of this circle, this node here, is going to be the same as the tree ID in our database. But I don't know if that's true all the times. All right, so here we go. We have, the reason why this is going slower than ArcGIS computers because Visual Studio Code is indexing my code base, so it doesn't yet know when I click on this interface here where that interface is located.
Because it's not downloaded yet.
Right. All right, so I just hit Control minus. That's a Visual Studio Code to go Visual Studio Code shortcut to go back to where you were before. So if you look here, we only have
Use your mouse
use the mouse.
so that I know where you're looking at,
Gotcha.
so I can follow you. Because I'm following you through this camera screen. Like
Okay.
you're teaching me. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm not just videoing.
So if you look at handle update, if you kind of understand what this code means, which I don't expect you to,
Yeah.
it kind of is. It assumes that a node already exists, or it doesn't assume a node already exists. If it can find a node from a hash map we have somewhere, you don't understand what hash map means. It's essentially like a collection of objects where you can look up the object number by the ID. If it finds the object we're looking for, it will then call this method on the object. This is called update Sigma node. So if, let's say we had an action that changed the color of the node or changed the size of the node, it'll get filtered through this handle update method, and then this update Sigma node will get called on that node. Our update that we have now is a bit different though. We're not updating a node, we're removing it. So the question is, how do we go about removing it? We might have to write a special type of update called like a delete update, and then kind of parse that or handle that before we get to this handle update method.
Say that again. What you said 2 seconds ago. We're not XYZ.
We're not trying to update a node. We're trying to delete a node.
Yeah, and
And
what
this
we were
method
originally doing was we were just updating it to not exist, or we were updating it to not show.
Yeah. Well, we updated the state so that node no longer is a child property, is no longer an element in the children property of a specific node. It's a node.
Yeah.
So that state was updated, and the update was propagated through our update system, and the parent node, it got modified. The parent node inside of the Sigma.js UI, it does have a hidden property called children, and that children now does not contain the child we deleted.
Yeah.
But that doesn't prevent the child from rendering, because the child node still exists in the
It still
Sigma
has
node.
it in there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So this handle
It's just
update
a
method,
relic of the past.
yeah, this handle update method is only meant to handle updating a node. It's not meant to handle deleting a node. So we have to figure out what to do now about that. So should we? Yeah, well, let's continue on your screen.
Okay. We're going to my screen.
Right?
In 3, 2, 1. Yes, I am.
Cool.
So when I go 3, 2, 1, I'm
Gotcha,
just gonna
gotcha.
change it back to that video. Okay, wait. Off. This is good, dude, because I was just watching through the camera, but I was like focused in on it. It's cool. Okay.
So
Where do you want me to go?
I gotta think about this.
I think you teaching me is also going to you're going to be able to brush up on things,
Yeah.
and all around it's going to be like you'll have such a better understand, not better, but you'll understand it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to delete a node, and I don't know how to do that off the top of my head. All right, so I think it's under an object we have called Sigma Render Manager.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, go to Sigma Nodes Updater.ts.
Sigma.
So that's a file search.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, that's text search throughout all the app. You want to do a file search.
File search, which I remember is Command P, right?
Yeah. So
Sigma
type in,
node update.
Yeah. You can type just SMU, all caps.
Okay, so Command P is file search. Command Shift F is
Global
just
text search.
global everything search. Command F is just
Local text
this
search.
local
Yeah.
text search in the file I'm in.
Yeah. So, well, it's Sigma Nodes Updater, not util. So,
Sorry.
you can do like
Command
P and then
P.
capital SNU and then lowercase p. There you go.
Okay.
All right, so scroll down to line 180. You'll notice that we keep referencing this object called Sigma Render Manager.
Mm-hmm.
That's an object that's created in a class in a different file. So Command P for Sigma Render Manager. Do capital SRM. Yeah, hit enter. All right, so scroll down. All right, yeah, keep scrolling down. Scroll up a little more. Broadcast images. All right, this isn't the file we want, but it's related to the file we are on. So that's a file that so when we're downloading a bunch of data
Mm-hmm.
from the database,
Mm-hmm.
some of the data gets loaded out of order.
Mm-hmm.
Like we might get
Because
we might get part of the child node loaded before part of the parent node is loaded,
Mm-hmm.
and that means we can't draw the line connecting the two until both are loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole file kind of like handles that like out of time.
Because
stuff.
it just helps it download faster, kind of like a torrent. It downloads in different pieces and then
Yeah.
puts it together. Not that I torrent.
Particularly, the reason we have to do that is because every user's map
Mm-hmm.
is not specifically the everything map is different for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few parts of it. There's
Depending on what you're looking at,
right. Well, for each person, the colors are different. Like
Oh.
the proficiency is different. So we have to download
Yeah.
the node, like the data.
Uh-huh.
Like the front and the back of the flashcard. We've downloaded the location of where the node is, like the XY coordinate
And then
map,
that person's history.
and then the user's history of that. So
Wow.
those are all three separate calls to the database.
Oh, wow.
So
So this database is going to keep growing the way more users we have. Yeah.
yeah, so for each node that we call, we have to make three separate calls to the database.
Yeah.
And then let's say we're calling child node. Well, the location, or like some of the child node data might be loaded before some of the parent node data, and
Mm-hmm.
we can't draw the line between the two nodes.
Yeah,
till they're
because
done.
they haven't
Yeah.
both rendered yet.
Right. So yeah, exactly. So this logic determines when we draw that line.
Okay, this logic is like, okay, is the parent loaded? Is the child loaded? Okay, we can draw the line.
Right.
Cool.
So what I'm looking for is the logic of where we actually draw the node, and I'm thinking in that logic we can also add somewhere where we remove the
Okay.
node. So I don't even know where that file is.
Could you just like Control F draw or something?
It's going to be somewhere in this folder right here. So we have a folder
Sigma node.
under objects called
Sigma
Sigma
node.
node. So it's going to be one of these files. There we go. We're going to close. Render update types. All right, so we have something called render update types where we have new node or new edge.
Mm-hmm.
We're probably going to make hey, nice wire, man. We're going to make a new
Oh, tight.
render update type, probably called remove node and remove edge.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we have Render Manager Core. Let's see what that does. Render Manager Core.
Go ahead.
All right, Render Manager Core. It has some methods that get called based on certain situations that happen in our app. This itself calls another object called Sigma Updater.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a bunch of objects calling each other. Let's find where Sigma Updater is. I don't even know where it is. Sigma Updater. That is an instance of type iSigmaUpdater.
Mm-hmm.
Let's Apple Shift or Command Shift F for this interface. So I just selected it and then I hit Command Shift F. That way I don't have to type it.
Mm-hmm.
So it popped up right here. Gonna hit Enter. Let's see. Sigma Updater.ts. How did I not see that? All right, so we're gonna go with this file.
Okay.
There we go. All right, so we have a function called addNode.
Uh-huh.
And what do you know? It calls another function, which is our mutation. And you might be wondering, why do we have so many functions calling other functions, call other functions?
Yeah.
It's also that we don't end up with, it's also that we keep something in sync called state.
Okay.
Because again, we want our UI to exactly match state. But what happened in our deleting node case is we didn't follow our framework totally correctly, and we had state get out of sync with the UI. So let's look at how this add node mutation is defined. Gonna Command Shift F for it. It should pop up over here. I should see a store TS instance. Double click there. It pops up over here. All right. So this is the moment of truth. We're using a library
Uh-huh.
called Sigma.js.
Yes.
It provides us with an object called graph.
Okay.
Graph provides us with a method called addNode.
Uh-huh.
So literally, we also get provided a method called refresh. In that refresh method, we have abstracted into a mutation called refresh.
Okay.
So essentially, we're given two methods, addNode and refresh. If we add a node into the addNode method and then call refresh, our screen will update. That is what actually causes the screen to change.
Okay.
So I think Graph probably provides another method called delete node or remove node.
Mm-hmm.
So the way we're going to figure that out is by command clicking on Graph. That should tell us the type that Graph is. All right, Graph is of type iSigmaGraph. It looks like I custom defined that, and it looks like I did not define a method called remove node. That remove node method does exist. It's just under the library we imported, and for some reason I had to type Graph in its own specific type rather than importing the type from the library. Why I did that, I don't know. It would have been better to import the type from the library. Must have been some reason I did that. So we're going to go to our other import section. That's where we actually import the library. There's two ways to import things in JavaScript. One is through NPM. Everything will get saved, all the libraries you use will get saved and imported into this folder called node modules.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can't do that. For example, if you want to edit the library yourself, you don't want to store it under node modules, you want to store it under another folder. I just call that other folder other imports.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the library we are using, it's called Sigma. And in here, we are going to look for let's look for that method called addNode. So we're going to search in this folder, addNode. Here we go. So there's a, I don't know exactly where we want to add it, but we have a method called addNode under the graph class. I don't need to understand how this code works. I just want to look for another method called like remove node or delete node or something. So I'm just going to search again for remove node. And you know what? After we do this, we're just going to open up the official documentation. All right, remove node doesn't exist. Let's look for delete node. Delete node doesn't exist. Let's Google Sigma.js documentation. And my computer's frozen.
Now what, you're going into basically where they have all of the commands.
Yeah. Instead of us trying to reverse engineer code.
Let's just look it up in the dictionary.
Yeah. All right. Why is everything going slow now? It could be because I have tons of stuff running on my computer. All right, Graph API. That's what we were using. We use the add node method. We're going to see if there are other methods available on Graph API. Yep, looks like we have nodes, we have edges, we have add node, add edge. There we go. It's called drop node.
Okay.
So what we want to do.
Drop node is equivalent to delete. What we were trying to do earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I have to switch this out.
Yeah, you're good. All right, so here I am going to go to store TS. And under mutation names.add node, all right, pro tip by the way, if you ever see your, my code zoomed in a lot.
Oh, wait.
All right.
Okay, go.
If you ever see this bar right here,
This is a pro tip. Okay.
where it's
The
kind
bar
of,
that you're moving side
it's
to
a
side.
new tip. I'm 3 days old to Visual Studio Code. I just figured this out.
Really?
But if you hit toggle word wrap,
Okay.
now you don't get that bar. Everything, the lines are wrapped. So now line 624 is like 2 lines long.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatively, you can just hit Option Z. That's
Okay.
what that stands for right there. All right, so we're going to create a mutation called remove node.
Mm-hmm.
We actually already created a mutation called remove node. Remember?
Yeah.
In your code. But we're going to create one called remove node UI to show that specifically it's just removing from the UI. It's not removing from the database.
Ah, okay.
And our other.
Because is it already removed from the database?
Yeah. So let's actually do this on your code base.
Okay. Okay. We're going back.
Yeah, if you want, I can hold the camera while you type.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you learn better from watching or typing?
Both. Because you were able to go faster, and I was able to, learn. And I don't think
Maybe when explaining the code base, it's better when I take control of the screen. But
Yeah,
when
but then-
adding a new thing, it's better for you to type.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, let's do that. So go
Alright.
to store TS.
You know, this is Zoom. I mean, you know how to use camera. This is Zoom right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
This is RJ. In case you guys don't know what he looks
What
like.
up?
There we go.
What up?
All right.
Okay. Where am I going? Store TS.
Yeah. There's like a layer.
Sorry.
Alright, we're good.
Because I'm also screen recording it.
Oh, you're awesome. All right. Awesome.
So
Do we need this camera though?
I don't know. Do you? You think so? You don't have to. No, just turn it off. It's fine.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so go to store TS. Apple P or Command P.
Yeah. Okay.
And then search for add underscore node.
Node. Found it.
All right, and then right above it, make a just copy lines 635 through 642 and paste it, and essentially change the name to remove node underscore UI
Above or below?
above.
Change it to.
Remove node underscore UI. With all caps,
yeah.
And then you're also going to have to create that mutation name under the mutation names enum.
Yes,
So-
and I control find this,
Yeah.
and
so
then
preferably
maybe
do right above
yeah.
add node.
right above it. Node.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're also going to have to create an interface called iRemove_node.
Now wait, I'm sorry. This is remove node, correct?
UI, remove node UI.
Yeah.
You're also going to create one called iRemove_node UI mutation args, which you can do, and I'll let you figure that out. I'm going to hit the rest here.
Okay. So wait, what am I trying to figure out? I'm sorry, I was
You're
typing
going
this.
to create an interface called iRemove_node
Okay.
UI mutation args, and then you're going to type the argument inside of the mutations to that interface.
Is
you
this
created.
orange thing the argument?
Nah, that's something called a string.
Is this the argument?
Yeah, you're gonna need to comment at the end. No. So you got to go back to store TS,
Okay.
and then make like the whole structure of your method kind of parallel to the method below it,
Mm-hmm.
the function below it. So see how
Yeah.
this is I add node mutation args. You can change that to I remove node UI mutation args.
Mm-hmm.
But you're also that interface doesn't exist yet, so you're gonna have to create it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Okay, that's easy. I think. Now, let's get some jams going. ACDFGHIJKL. Yeah. RJ's coding.